Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Starship Troopers by Paul Verhoeven, starring Casper Van Dien. As you might already know, I'm somewhat familiar with Verhoeven's work as I've already watched RoboCop on the channel, which I loved, so do check that out. I've also watched Total Recall, which was so much better than the 2012 remake. About Starship Troopers, I know it's a sci-fi film with a battle with aliens or something. I also know that Denise Richards has a small role in the film. Also, the music was done by Basil Polidiris, who did both Conan and RoboCop's iconic soundtracks, so I'm looking forward to that. Knowing Verhoeven, I do expect a little satire and social commentary in addition to good visual or special effects. I am aware that this film didn't get a positive reception when it first came out, but has since become a cult classic. Anyways, but before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reactions to over 60 movies, early access, and weekly polls for what to watch next. The link's in the description below. Please consider being a patron, please subscribe to the channel, do check out my other videos, like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Starship Troopers, Verhoeven, Van Dien, let's go.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future. The bugs send another meteor our way.
Okay, there are aliens called the bugs.
We break net now and take you live to Clandathu.
See what I mean? It's Verhoeven. There is clear satire here.
It's an ugly planet!
Holy that was an awesome prop. If that was a prop, I don't know. It's too early to tell. I love how Verhoeven doesn't shy away from gore and violence. Okay, I can already tell the the special or visual effects or whatever Verhoeven is using is amazing. Okay, it's a year earlier. Here we go. That's Neil Patrick Harris.
That violence never solves anything is wishful thinking at its worst.
Some things never change.
What's the moral difference between a civilian and a citizen?
A citizen accepts personal responsibility for the safety of the body politic. A civilian does not.
So in this world, you have to give yourself to public service to become a citizen, or else you're just a civilian.
Not here.
Looks like our main character, Rico, is in a relationship with Denise Richards' character.
Good job. Look at that.
I love Neil Patrick Harris. He's so talented.
Pretty clear what she wants. Yeah.
Oh, a love triangle.
Marco's sister made pilot.
So will you.
Wow, that's a very detailed prop.
This archaeopteryx sand beast doesn't know about death. Their evolution stretches over millions of years.
I love the technological touches because some of them are actually accurate, like flat screen TVs and holograms and stuff.
Go bug mom, Cyrano.
How do you make him do that? Oh, I gave him the impression there's a grub crawling up my mom's leg. He's on a mission to go eat it.
I sure hope you don't do anything like that to me.
Can't do human. Yet.
So what are you doing after the game?
Don't get any ideas about my girlfriend!
Does he make it? I'm not getting much of a chance to talk during this film. There's so much exposition already in the first 15 minutes.
Have you lost your mind? I'd rather take 10 lashes in public square than see you ruin your life.
It's my decision, not yours.
He's from a pretty well-off family who wants him to go to Harvard instead of military.
Hey, Rico, do you want to dance?
Johnny, how come we never got together?
Can't we just be friends, Diz?
And Carl slipping in like a pro.
I think I got what it takes to be a citizen.
Good for you. Go find her.
The tone of the film is like so off in a good way. We just saw like bugs and a war, and now we're seeing a dance with a love triangle, so that's interesting.
This is Xander.
Yeah, we know each other from the game.
Are you jealous?
Well, maybe.
My father's not home tonight.
What age are they supposed to be? Because they look like they're in their mid to late 20s, but they're acting like they're in college.
I'm gonna be a pilot.
We need all the pilots we can get.
I got games and theory.
Intelligence, since he's a psychic.
Intelligence.
Infantry, sir.
Good for you.
No matter what, we'll always be friends.
You walk out that door, you are cut off, young man. You understand me?
I hope you don't ruin your life over some silly little girl who wants to look handsome in a uniform.
Okay, so his reasons are not only to serve the Federation, but a little bit because of Carmen as well.
I love you.
Again, very, very decent visual effects for 1997.
Making a better tomorrow.
I love how Verhoeven is using propaganda to show exposition.
Would you like to know more?
That is definitely decent CGI for the time.
Too late, they realized that Dantana had already been chosen by other colonists.
Excellent prop.
I am your senior drill instructor, career sergeant.
I know that actor. I think from Shawshank or The Green Mile.
Will be, sir. Do you get me? Sir, yes, sir. You son from 1248, you grab your gear, you take a stroll down Washout Lane. Who here thinks they got what it takes to knock me down? I guess maybe I do, sir.
Back is broken, sir.
Recruit Flores reporting for duty, sir.
It's Diz. He got assigned with Rico. Intentionally, I think. She's good, but not good enough.
Hey, Rico, want to sit together?
No thanks,
Still
Diz.
rejecting her.
You think I joined the mobile infantry because of you?
You saying you didn't?
Who needs a knife in a nuke fight anyway?
Put your hand on that wall.
Oh.
The enemy cannot push a button if you disable his hand.
Sometimes I think I won't make it. But then I think about what you're doing and I try harder.
Effects and props, especially the militarized ones, are so well done for their time. They can be better, but given the budget and how much Verhoeven can stretch it, it's very impressive.
258, clear.
Here's Xander.
I'm the guy who's gonna teach you to fly this crate.
Should I call you sir?
Wow. Titanic came out in the same year, in 1997, but James Cameron had, I'm guessing, 10 times the budget.
Go!
This is their version of warp travel.
You want to flip 6-3 whole play and you could score.
Kid's got some moves. Give him a squad, see what he can do.
And they're going to make him a squad leader.
I couldn't have done it without you, Diz.
They must have made you squad leader by now. And if they haven't, tell them to talk to me. I think I'm gonna go career. I don't think that's gonna leave a lot of room for you and me, Johnny.
She's breaking up with him.
I'm sorry.
Well, at least she's being honest. He's getting rejected just like Diz did.
I joined up for her. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for her.
What are you talking about? You made squad leader on your
And
own.
I thought Ace would be a bad guy, but he's not. He's just a hard ass.
Still got me to kick around.
You will be firing live ammunition in a simulated combat environment.
It takes so much guts to be a frontline soldier, knowing that you might die any second.
It's my helmet! It's all screwed up!
What's the problem?
Damn thing keeps getting in my way!
Dude's dead!
Rico, did you give the recruit permission to remove his helmet? Then why did you order your man to remove his helmet during a live fire exercise? I wanted to win, sir!
Dean Norris is an amazing actor.
Sergeant, we've already lost 2 recruits over this incident. Do you think there's any possibility of salvaging this man?
Lay down on this, son. It helps.
10 lashes.
I just wish we got a little more exposition on these bugs they keep talking about. After a very strong introduction, Verhoeven is taking his time to build his characters, which he did with RoboCop as well.
There.
No, I replotted the course.
There's a change in gravity.
There's a gravity field out there.
How didn't they see it coming though?
Really stinks you going.
He took his punishment, now he's quitting.
I joined up for the wrong reasons. I got a guy killed. I figured that kind of proves I don't have what it...
Oh, Johnny.
Hi, Mom. I was hoping it would be all right if I came home.
Now, don't talk like that. You just come on home.
Oh, my, what's that?
It's like rain.
Holy crap, it's that asteroid. Now he can't go back home because there is no home. Yep, it's that asteroid and everybody's realizing it.
Goddamn bugs whacked us, Charlie.
The meteor was shot out of orbit by bug plasma.
They don't have interstellar travel, but they can somehow send asteroids, these bugs.
Nothing lives in what was...
He just realized his parents are dead.
I wish to reconsider my request to drop out, sir. It wouldn't be legal. My whole family was in Buenos Aires, sir.
Carry on, Private.
Another beautifully made set.
Sky Marshal Deans announces plans for an offensive against Clendathu.
I don't understand how this wasn't a big hit in 1997.
But you can blow off a limb. Still 86% combat effective. Here's a tip. Aim for the nerve stem.
Here's a bunch of MI kids that look like they could eat bugs for lunch.
Yum, yum, yum.
Let me tell you something. I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all!
Yeah! Oh, yeah! Most of the time I don't think about it. Xander, you remember Johnny?
This is the part that's best for both of us. Come on, what's he gonna do?
Death from above. I wonder whether this is stop motion work or not. If it is, it's very well done because the motion seems pretty smooth. Again, the miniature work in the film is very well done. Seriously.
According to military intelligence, it'll be random in light.
This isn't random or light. Someone made a mistake.
Plasma things are effective. Very impressive visual effects. And I also like the fact that it's not only one type of alien, they have several varieties.
A bug planet!
This is from the propaganda we saw earlier in the film.
Get out of here now!
No. Oh, that looked convincing as heck.
Fleet officials admit they underestimated the arachnid's defensive capability.
It gets smarter.
Insects with intelligence? Have you ever met one? I can't believe...
A leadership caste, a hive brain.
Brain bugs? Frankly, I find the idea of a bug that thinks offensive.
How could this happen?
We thought we were smarter than the bugs.
Looking for Rico's name. But he's alive. Fascinating. Great CGI here.
Hey, Johnny!
Hey, Rico!
Wake up!
You're dead!
Killed in action!
This is for you new people. Everyone fights, no one quits. If you don't do your job, I'll shoot you.
That's his old teacher. These must have taken days to render in 1997 computers. Awesome explosion.
You locate a bug hole, nuke it.
Oh man. I really love that explosion too. Damn, that's one super bug. He's going for the nerve center or something. Oh, it's gonna nade him. Awesome.
Nice moves. Where'd you learn how to do that, soldier?
Football?
Back in school, sir. Don't you remember?
Rico.
Sir.
Here's the beer!
I remember when you used to dance. Come on.
Do I have to pull rank?
Never pass up a good thing.
So, Rico, what are you doing after the dance?
Finally, she's getting what she wanted all this time. I'm happy for her.
I love you, Johnny.
That's not a surprise.
So get your shit wired and report in 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Who's that with you?
Florence, sir.
Make it 20 minutes.
Yes, sir. We can do it.
Whiskey Outpost, do you copy? This is Roughneck 2.
They might be ambushed.
I'd expect anyone in this unit to do the same for me.
Sir.
Your acting sergeant, move him out.
He got promoted again to acting sergeant from corporal.
Lieutenant! This is where they got him.
I think you're gonna want to see this.
For some reason, I keep thinking that these bugs are smarter than they're letting on. No brain?
Looks like a bug was in his brain, sir.
They sucked his brains out.
They get in your mind. Look, they did it to Farley. They got in his mind. They want to know what makes us tick. They want to know us so they can kill it. We're all gonna die!
And these bugs are sucking the brains and somehow gaining knowledge. Oh, the sheer numbers of them.
Fire, Will!
Yeah, they're way outnumbered. There's nothing they can do. Even Ace is laughing at the general's death.
Well, I hope you have a crazy pilot. Out!
The CGI wouldn't be impressive if there was only one or two creatures, but the sheer number of creatures they had to render for this film makes it incredibly impressive. It's Xander! What an honorable death. Oh no! Just as I was about to say, he's just as good as Rico, she dies.
Ace, help me! It's alright. Because I got to have you.
She actually made me feel for her character.
Your friend Rico's back there.
Get on the comm and tell Fleet to blast that rock.
I thought you were dead.
I'm not, but a lot of my troopers are. Somebody asked me if I knew the difference between a citizen and a civilian. A citizen has the courage to make the safety of the human race their personal responsibility.
And this time it carries weight and he knows exactly what it means. I guess getting spaced is an honorable way to go.
Officer on deck! Carry on.
Carl's been promoted.
That is.
And the three of them are back together.
I thought there might be a brain bug on P.
You knew and you sent them anyway?
A brain bug.
Didn't they tell you, Colonel? That's what the mobile infantry's good for.
I hope you're ready for more. Going back to P. To capture that brain.
Take care of yourself, Johnny.
And now he's the guy who's recruiting younger ones. Life has come full circle.
I only have one rule. Everyone fights. Today we're gonna pay a visit to Bug City.
Xander, he hasn't been shown to be a bad guy in the traditional sense. He has a bit of a rivalry with Rico, but I understand it's over a girl. He isn't a bad guy. And these don't look like fighter ships. These look like escape pods. So I'm assuming they have to go down to the planet.
This is Roughneck 2-0.
You're breaking up! Say again!
They're pretty much infantry now because they're on foot.
South 42 East 118 situation is...
Squad to pull him out! Direction!
Oh man, I expected him to die, but I didn't expect to feel bad for the dude. He did nothing wrong. And she's dead? They're being taken to the brain, I assume.
Why didn't they kill us?
They want us alive. We should go this way.
A Company's that way.
But Carmen's down there. She's still alive.
How do you know?
Oh, might be his psychic ability.
Roughneck 2-0. Proceed on mission.
Basil Paladiris' music is finally kicking in. It's going to suck their brains out. Xander is not going to be lucky. He faces his death like a man. Xander is a good character. Oh man, the special effects. But yeah, Rico's gonna show up now. They won't kill Carmen twice.
You know what this is?
It recognizes the nuke.
Sure you do.
Everybody's retreating. Good for him. And the music. Basil is so good at inspirational music. They have the brain bug. That was so unexpected. I thought there'd be some sort of big explosion or something. But it makes sense because they'd want to study it.
It's afraid.
You told me how to find Carmen.
Well, that's classified.
Carl who sent that message into Rico's head that Carmen was alive.
One day it will all be over. And everyone will forget that this was the moment. It was a drill instructor named Zim who captured a brain.
Zim got the brain.
Sam got the bug, man! Good job, Sergeant.
Thank you, sir. That would be private.
The film ends with more propaganda.
Once we understand the bug, we will defeat it.
And I'm aware of like the sequels and stuff, that there are sequels. I don't know where 2 hours went because that was a great action movie. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, that was a great sci-fi action film. This has to be among Verhoeven's best work. I still can't understand why it wasn't received positively when it came out. It had action, hard sci-fi, great satire and social commentary, awesome CGI and visual effects, and pretty memorable characters. The weaknesses in the film might be the cinematography, and I can see why the apparent cheesiness of some of the scenes might throw some people off, but not me. It's just Verhoeven's style. Let's start with the directing and writing by Edward Neumeier and Paul Verhoeven. Please correct me if my pronunciation is wrong. I know it was based on a book, but things were changed significantly in the final script, so I'm going to be talking about the adaptation more than the book itself. The plot of the film was straightforward enough, with humanity at war with these bug-like aliens who keep sending asteroids towards Earth. It's heavily implied that Earth started the war as they provoked the bugs first, I think. The brilliant thing that Verhoeven did was within the first 10 minutes, he introduced us to the entire in-movie universe through the smart use of propaganda videos from Earth's perspective. This was clear social commentary on how soldiers are recruited in real war. They're shown to be soldiers are shown to be honorable, which they are, and that they are part of a bigger picture when it comes to war. But the realities of war itself are very different, as the main characters find out. The method was also used. This method was also used perfectly for world building and it provided a lot of exposition as the plot moved forward. This was used repeatedly throughout the runtime to help drive the plot forward too. These small adverts and propaganda sequences were brilliant and really grounded the film in its own reality. Another bit of social commentary used by Verhoeven, I think, was the fact that you can only be a citizen if you join up with the Federation Army. Otherwise, you're considered a civilian, which means giving yourself for your country for a greater cause is highly rewarded in the society, and the citizens get more rights than civilians do. I don't know whether that was alluding to socialism or communism, dare I say, but I thought it was something to note or point out. Yes, this film was a little over the top, but it was excellently executed by the writer and director. I wouldn't call this film better than RoboCop or Total Recall, but it is definitely a strong contender. The music in this film was by Basil Polidiris, who did RoboCop and Conan the Barbarian. I honestly expected his music to be used a little more in the film, and I guess I was a little disappointed that it wasn't. However, during the inspirational moments, his music does kick in, and it was great. I just wished Verhoeven used him more, since he's nothing short of a genius when it comes to scores. The highlight of the film for me were the sets, props, and CGI and visual effects. The bugs in the film were brilliantly made and designed. Both the prop bugs and the CGI ones blended very well to give the audience a seamless experience. The sheer number of bugs on screen was impressive, to say the least. I can only imagine the computer horsepower required to render the amount of details in those scenes. Rendering them probably took weeks, since those were Pentium days when I only had 8 megabytes of RAM in my computer. I believe just correcting the shadows and the subsurface scattering, these creatures, but with modern retouches, would make these creatures even more realistic, because the texture packs used seemed very highly detailed, so they still hold up today, apart from the shadows. The sets were large and the props were fantastic, especially Verhoeven's use of miniature crafts, which were blended excellently with the special effects and other CGI elements. Really, really impressive work here. Casper Van Dien played Johnny Rico, a rich but talented kid who joins the army to impress Carmen, his girlfriend. His character development was excellent. We saw him go from a rich jock to a private, to a corporal, to a sergeant, and finally to the rank of lieutenant. Van Dien was pretty good in his role. I wouldn't say his performance was award-worthy, but it was believable for the most part. I don't believe I've seen him in any other film that I recall, but this role definitely suited him, so it wasn't bad casting. The subplot of his love triangle was handled pretty well, and it did keep me engaged throughout. Dina Meyer and Denise Richards played Diz and Carmen respectively. Although both serving as Rico's love interest in the subplot, these women were both shown to be brave soldiers in their own right. Both of them were excellent in their roles, with Meyer taking the edge for me, as her character seemed a little more believable. Carmen's flip-flopping between Rico and Xander, I guess, is understandable, because she did choose her career over both of them. On the other hand, Diz was in love with Rico from the start, and she never gave up on him, even when she was dying. One more thing to note is that almost all the characters, with the exception of that cowardly general we saw, faced their deaths with bravery. That was a great choice by Verhoeven, as it showed a unified Earth with will and determination to win. Even Xander, who was meant to be Rico's rival, was extremely brave in his final moments. The criticism of the film had to include the cinematography, which was competent but not great. The colors seem to be a little washed out in my opinion, and I think it might have been a choice because of the extremely difficult CGI. Furthermore, the film might be considered cheesy. I don't agree with this fully, as the cheesiness was layered on top of satire and social commentary. Overall, I thought this was a great sci-fi film, and it rightfully deserves its place as a cult classic. Verhoeven did a great job with the directing, the world building, hard sci-fi, CGI, and the satire and social commentary themselves were wonderful. I highly recommend this one. I just hope one day it won't be considered a cult classic, but a timeless one. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page, in the links in the description below. Subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.